the key events we've seen this week, it has been very much central bank dominated. Starting off with the euro, Draghi was speaking on Tuesday and he was upbeat on the recovery that the Eurozone's made, but said much stimulus and QE is still required. Nevertheless, we did see a large amount of strength across the board for the euro, with euro dollar really popping to the upside. However, guys, the following day, we had some comments out of the ECB noting that the markets may have misinterpreted Mr. Draghi's comments, so they did actually see a mini flash crash for euro dollar, dropping over 1 cent. However, as the session progressed, it did pair that move lower. Looking over in the US then, we did have Fed Chair Yellen and other members speaking, who were also upbeat on the US economy. And one particular comment that stands out to me as hawkish from Janet Yellen is that the US can still withstand further rate hikes. So that did actually see a big tone for the US dollar. Let's see if the markets or Janet Yellen can squeeze in one more hike before the end of the year then. However, on the negative side of things, in terms of political, we did see that the Donald Trump's healthcare bill was delayed in terms of voting in House, so that has capped the dollar in terms of some of its gains that it could have made on the back of these upbeat comments from Janet Yellen. Looking across the Atlantic over in the UK, Bank of England's Carney, if you recall, last week he did say now's not the time for rate rises, which did promote a lot of pound weakness across the board, and we saw a large sell-off actually, but we've seen a large turnaround from Carney, stating that now it may be necessary sooner rather than later for rate hikes for the UK, so that did promote the balls coming back to GBP. We've seen sterling dollar push through 130 to the upside. This really could stage some recovery if they start to change their monetary policy again. And in other news, on the political side of things, Theresa May did finally shake hands with the DUP on a £1 billion deal for Northern Ireland. So good news there for her. She solidified her position as the Prime Minister. The Queen's speech vote was also passed in Parliament, so she had enough votes there, which is good. So all of this is really changing fundamentally for the UK and supporting a pound recovery. Let's see if it can continue to build upon that in the coming months. Looking over in Canada then, guys, we did have a large amount of strength this week, or we've observed that rather, for the Canadian dollar. Despite the weakness that's currently ongoing in the oil markets, Canadian dollar, in particular if you're looking at dollar CAD, or loonie as we call it, is really taking a move to the south. And we've seen some upbeat commentary from the Bank of Canada governor, who did note rate cuts have done their jobs. They've served their they've served their job. So it does seem that the central bank are moving into a new era of monetary policy there, and start to move away from their loose policy and start to tighten up on that side of things. So that is supporting the Canadian dollar, guys. So that's pretty much it from me. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you have a smashing weekend and look forward to reporting the key events next week. Thank you.